November 1940, we have 6 research slots. When you say 6 research slots in Hearts of Iron 4, what do you think of? I think of USA, I think of Germany, if they go democratic, but with Götterdamerung off because they decided to remove that. And of course, New Zealand can also get 6 research slots in Hearts of Iron 4. What I don't think immediately of, however, is Congo. And that's right, you can have 6 research slots as Congo. The only difference is, as all those previously mentioned countries, you're supposed to have 6, but with Congo you're not. However, I have found a way how you can do it, so let me show you real quick. So let's start with Armament mode. This is 100% legit and you can do it in your run. Let's start with Belgian-Congo focus. Let's instantly improve relations with USA. Let's secure international funding. Now we unlock these decisions and get 1 civ once a year. Let's expand the villages now, because this gives me daily political power gain and we're gonna need a lot of it. Oh, another thing you should definitely do. Compliance is going down here every single day. What we're going to do is just do no garrison. This locks it in place. It can't go up or down. Let's now finish the Governor General Pierre Rickman's focus. Next focus is attempt to centralize the state for exact same reasons as I previously stated. Basically, the bigger your PP is, the better it is. Let's do National Committee for Liberation. But wait, I'm going free already? No, I'm not. Don't worry about it. Also, I'm gonna do anti-democratic raids, because democratic support in this run is evil. We don't want any of it. We're about to finish this focus, which is gonna increase democratic support. So right before we finish it, I'm gonna ban democratic parties. Let's now approach the disfavored Movami, and you have to pick this focus, otherwise this whole thing falls apart. This gives us non-aligned and fascist support. So basically it gives us fascist support. Now we can ignore this tree for now. Let's instead go for closer cooperation with Eugene Jungers, because once again, political power is everything. Let's now hire the exiled Tutsi king, EUIV Musinga. It gives us daily non-aligned and fascist support. And when an advisor gives daily support for 2 parties like this, the party which is not ruling one will get most of it, as you can see right here. I could also improve the colonial lawmaking, but I don't really care about this. Let's instead go for free enterprise fund. And we just got 4 civs, 2 from our own focus and 2 from the Belgian one. We're now doing Société Générale de Belgique, and I'm gonna go for the Heart of Africa. Now we're obviously gonna go independent through a civil war, but before we go independent, we have to get 1 research slot from this focus right here. One fun fact about this shared Congo-Belgian focus tree: the Heart of Africa focus appears to only be available to Congo, but actually Belgium can pick it too. Next focus is for Miniere. This will give us 1 nice civ. We're getting 0.25 PP a day. Yeah, I love playing as Congo. But Kwangwa Mine is next. Well, it's again another focus which gives us 1 civ. And here we are, after almost 2 years, we built 1 military factory. By the way, whatever you do as Congo, don't click on this decision and never research using MIOs, because you don't have enough political power for that. Smuggle Diamonds is next, and this focus is very useful and you'll see exactly why. This focus unlocks a decision which you can take every couple of months or so. It costs 5 PP and 75 autonomy, but gives you 75 PP, so you get plus 70 basically. It's good while you're still a puppet though, because you lose autonomy, but when you go independent you lose stability, so it's not worth it. Anyway, let's go for research grants, which will finally give us that 3rd research slot. We can use this PP to improve worker conditions for some stability. Okay, we got this research slot, which means we can now basically go free. So let's attempt to sway Moise Chombe. Let's now secure German aid, which among some other things will give us another 5% fascist support. Let's now slander the colonial authorities, and this focus is a little bit problematic and you'll see why. But we have a solution for that as well. This Cabinda and Cabinda. You see, this focus gives us daily democratic and communist support. Now democratic isn't a problem because we ban democratic parties, but communist support is going to rise. So we have to ban communism as well. The way the distribution of party popularity after the Civil War fires works, we need to have 0% support for everything except for fascism. And since we do, we can now strike while the iron is hot. And I have absolutely forgot, I can sell diamonds on the black market and I can also invest funds into local industries. How could I forget about this? I could have gotten myself under 70 political power, but I'm a little bit dumb. And here's the Civil War. And look at that, we have 67% fascist support. Perfect. We need to be below 70%, but above 60%. Let's now encourage unionism, and you have to rush this. And my division got teleported into a lake. Nice one, Paradox. Anyway, we have to win this civil war somehow. Fascism on the rise. This will blow over. If you go fascist right away, you won't be able to do any of the unionism focuses. Next focus is the General Labour Federation of Belgium. Anyway, we have to check how is the fascist support going. If it's dropping a little bit too quickly, then just fire this guy. Okay, we control every single state, which means you can just force Congo Leopoldville's capitulation. It's actually possible to release them as your puppet and then retain them anyway and get political power and stability. Look at that, they're on the revolution. 4% stability and 100 political power, and they remain our puppets. If you're wondering why we're doing these focuses, we're doing them for the ticking daily communism support. And the last focus over here is this one. as it gives us 2 civs and 5% communist support. And right before we finish this focus, we gotta go here into decisions and let's hold national referendum. But I won't click on it just yet. So let's click on it now. We're now fascist with this guy. Anyway, communism is banned, but democracy isn't, so let's ban it. Let's also fire this guy. This will cause fascism support to slowly drop. And we can now assemble a regency council. We also need some political power, so I guess I'm gonna sell diamonds on the black market, even though it's gonna kill my stability. Let's now hire the trade unionist, because it gives us daily communist gain. And now we can do the Royal University for higher education. This gives us 5% fascist support, but most importantly, another research slot. As you can see, non-aligned and fascist support are chirping away and communism is growing. The House of Agua Rosada. No, we need someone else. We got our 4 research slots now. Now you can get the 5th one from this focus right here. It's tempting, but don't do it. Just trust me, don't do it. Instead you can do stuff like this in the meantime. Yeah, let's do Congolese businesswoman. I mean, let's not do them, let's do the focus called Congolese businesswoman. Also, the Nyim of Bakuba. No, we need someone else. Dema Luango. No, we need someone else. I really wonder who am I going to pick. I love it how this modifies the model colony even though we don't have that anymore. Let's desegregate the universities next. Another trivia about Congo. This focus is not called Congolese businesswoman, it's business owners, I can't read. And also, this focus gives you daily autonomy gain, even though it requires you to be independent in the first place. Nice code paradox. Also, House of Ntvero of Burundi. No, we need someone else. Now for the next step, we're gonna need around 12% communist support minimum, but the more we have, the better it is. Clan Abanjingnya of Rwanda. No, we need someone else. And let's finally shatter the roof. The German collaborator. If we click on the upper option, this guy becomes leader of the fascist party, which he already is. But if you click on the bottom option, we get 30% communist support, and most importantly, we uncomplete this focus. So let's click on that. Look, we can go for the lion roars. By the way, for that focus you need to have over 40% communist support, which we barely have. And right now it's ticking down, that's why we need at least 12%, so that doesn't tick down by the time you finish it. Anyway, let's go for the lion roars. I'm gonna go for the first guy. And let's now proclaim the People's Republic of the Congo. This guy looks like a Giga Chad. Anyway, you can pick whichever one you like. I prefer having stability and political power gain over research speed. I don't know, call me crazy. And now it's up to you. You can either go for liberation by force or you can invite the guy from Ghana. I'm gonna go for liberation by force. And now we can finally do African RTD department for another research slot. Anyway, if you're wondering why didn't I go for this earlier? Well, this focus right here, as well as this focus right here, check if you already have 5 research slots. And in case you do, they give you 5% research speed or 10% communist support and 75 political power respectively. Anyway, here's our 5th research slot. And now, if you're wondering, does this focus check if you already have 5 research slots or no? It doesn't. So you can now finally establish Lovanium University. November 1940. As People's Republic of the Congo, we have 6 research slots. You could do this maybe multiple and troll people, especially if you go for strict anti-clericalism. So yeah, Congo can have more research slots than Belgium. I think that's very based.